our next question is, do you suggest we move to the mountains in the country since Spirit of Prophecy mentions us fleeing to the mountains?
All right. Now, what if you live in an area where there are no mountains? Like in many places in Europe where you have very flat land, of course, there are the Alps and there are mountains as well. Well, then she writes that you move from one area to another as persecution increases, you move to the next place and the next place. In Europe, it's very difficult because it's very populated. And even the smallest little places, there are towns and very tight-knit communities that don't necessarily accept strangers into their ranks very easily. So yes, when we say move into the mountains, it means move into places where you will not be crowded together, where the houses are not crowded together, where you have some room. And if you can, then move into places like the Waldensians did, into mountainous areas where you have a munition of rocks around you and a little bit of privacy and perhaps a little bit of water. Without water, you can do nothing. So when you look at the place to go to, make sure that you have water, that you have a little piece of land that you can cultivate. It doesn't necessarily have to be, the very best. You can always improve a soil very readily and easily with good compost and good management of the soil and adding some minerals to it in the form of rock phosphates or lime or gypsum or one of those, depending on the circumstances. But you need to have a little place where you can do these things, and water is very essential. So when you get out, try and find a place where you are not crowded together, where you have space to do your thing. And that's basically all that you can do. So there isn't a specific place that you can say you're not allowed to go to that one because it's in the valley, it's not in the mountains. I don't think she is that specific in her requirements.